It's so hard to be in relationship when the person we love is really suffering from a mental illness. Many of these things can theoretically be changed, but that doesn't mean you can change them. And it doesn't mean it is your role. You're not the medicine or the magic wand that is the answer to that illness. And that's so important to realize, because otherwise we feel like failures every day. It's so hard to be in relationship when the person we love is really suffering from a mental illness. We want so much to help them, to fix them, to make it better for them. And we can't. And this is where our work is so important. Many of us turn our relationships into us saving someone. They become sort of the stage on which we work out the drama of our own ability to fix, to change, to magic wand the universe. Or it may be the stage on which we work out our frustration and angst at being unable to change the situation. But this is where it's really important to recognize very clearly that you cannot heal them or change them or fix them. Even if it's something that's theoretically changeable, even if it's just something like an addiction, let's say, can be changed. People can stop drinking. They can stop using drugs. We can become free of eating disorders. Many of these things can theoretically be changed. But that doesn't mean you can change them. And it doesn't mean it is your role or your responsibility to change them. And that's the hardest part about loving someone who's going through it, is whether it's something that we know is changeable, like an addiction, or even if it's something that may not be changeable. A psychotic disorder, for example, or even some of the non-psychotic disorders, some of the neurotic disorders, issues of depression or anxiety. You can't change it. Sure, you may be able to make someone feel a little bit better for a little while, but you're not. You're not the medicine or the magic wand that is the answer to that illness. And that's so important to realize, because otherwise we feel like failures every day. All of our energy goes into trying to figure out how to help, how to change, how to heal, how to fix this loved one. And a lot of us, if you look really deeply, a lot of us get into these sorts of relationships on purpose. Unconsciously, but on purpose. You'll see there's a pattern. It happens with women and men, but it tends to happen a little bit more with women. We've got this thing inside of us that I'm going to save him. I'm going to fix him. I'm going to heal him. I'm going to cure him. Through my love, I will be able to. And we have to realize that we can't. And it's an incredibly powerful lesson in surrender, in trust, in detachment, not indifference, not apathy, not disconnection, but a detachment from the final results. This core teaching of the Bhagavad Gita, right? Do your best, but leave the rest in God's hands. We plant the seeds, we take care of the soil, we take care of everything. But it's not actually up to us what sprouts, what grows, what blossoms, what flourishes. It's in the hands of a divine gardener. In the same way, in your relationships, if you are in relationship with someone suffering from a mental illness, obviously, love them. Even if that love cannot cure them, Love is incredibly healing. It's one of the probably the most healing power on the planet. But do not have a delusion that your love is somehow going to cure them. Because then you're just going to be disappointed and frustrated and feel worthless and helpless and blame yourself. So you love them. But you also remember to love yourself and to not allow yourself become completely subsumed in the way that your loved one is struggling with the mental illness. Because it's very easy to get completely caught up in. It's very easy for that to become the reality of the relationship. And if the relationship is going to be healthy, it's important that that not become the whole relationship. So love the loved one, support them, care for them, do whatever you possibly can, and recognize that the results are not in your hands. They're in God's hands. This person has come onto planet Earth with their own karmic package and their own karmic journey. And this particular challenge is part of it. They need to work through it. Your love, your presence, your support may be absolutely what they need to muster their own courage to heal. But ultimately, they're going to have to do that work. And so, in addition to loving and supporting them, make sure to keep remembering to love and support yourself. And make sure to take care of your mental health. That you are getting the rest, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, that you need. That you're getting the rejuvenation, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, that you need. And that you are also getting the support and the nourishing that you need. Because we all need to be replenished. And if your loved one at that time is not able to replenish you, well, then you may need to look in other places. I don't mean go out and have an affair, but I mean through spiritual practices, through spiritual communities, through friends circles, through family members, but some way that nourishes you and supports you as you nourish and support your loved one who's struggling.